Good afternoon, everyone. Today I'm going to work on a ignition switch for a CT3-175 project I've got coming up. The chrome looks like I might be able to salvage it. I'm going to take the ignition switch apart, put it in some metal rescue to clean the chrome up. I'm going to blast the rest of this housing and then I'll repaint it. The wiring looks good, but the loom is bad. So I want to replace the loom on it, make it look new again. So let's get started and taking this apart. I went ahead and took these little screws that hold the unit together and I hit them on my buffer, kind of clean the heads up a little bit, got a little shine to them. I'm going to go ahead and pull this apart now. Undo this locking clamp. Sheathing here. Let's see if these will work. These bandage scissors work great for cutting off loom. You got to cut anything that has something on the inside that you don't want to damage. Because the way that they're designed, there we go. Off with the old. Now, wires look pretty good. Everything looks pretty clean. Actually, I think what I'll do is I'll just throw this in the ultrasonic cleaner too. Then I'll go ahead and I'll pull the wires out of the plugs. Plugs all look good. Everything will clean up really nice. Well, the wires are all nice and clean. That's nice and clean in there. Everything's good to go. I just got to pull the wires out of the plugs. I got this unit sandblasted. It's ready to paint. All the other, still have some parts that are in the ultrasonic cleaner. Let me go ahead and, I believe these are the same as the 360 and 250. Then the 4 loose wires usually have a standard plug going to this plug. Let me get these written down so I don't mess up when I go to put them back together in the orientation where they come out. Okay, I went ahead and I drew a picture of the plugs with the corresponding wires where they go back in the plug. So, okay, I hope this is going to work. I put a head strap on for this GoPro. I'm going to try to fish these wires through this loom. If that doesn't work, I have some new ends I can use. So let's see what happens here. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but we'll see what happens. Start fishing some through. Let's see, let me get these in bundles here. Okay, those are through. I really doubt if this is gonna, but if I'm gonna be able to get these all fished through there. Those two are almost through. Another inch or two. Okay, the blue one's through. Let me retry this white. No, I don't think this is going to end up working. So you know what? Let's just take and redo all the ends. All right. I'll snip these all off right at the edge here. So retain some length on the wire. My neighbor's alarm keeps beeping over there. It's not too bad out here in my garage today. Got a fan running behind me. Got a little bit of a breeze. I was really contemplating about doing this in my house, but the lighting in there is worse than out here. I don't have any decent overhead lights for in the house. Okay, let me see if I can get these wires straightened out. Kind of get them grouped together here. I do have I have another ignition switch that I have to redo. I have a turn signal headlight unit I need to redo. So I'll be doing some videos on rebuilding all that. Now I know I can get 10 wires in this loom because I've done it before. It's just getting it to slide all the way through. Just real slow going. Been thinking about getting some of that lube that electricians use when they run wire through conduit. They make a lube that they put on the wire so they can get the last few pieces of conduit wire run through the conduit. That would work great for getting through these sleeves. Well, just a hair past halfway. The other ignition switch that I have to redo, I've got to resolder one of the wires in here. I believe it was the white wire that was bad on the other ignition switch. And it needs new sheathing, new plugs. It's in really bad shape. Okay, and it's getting really tight. Doesn't help when the wires wrap over each other in the bundle because it makes it wider than it needs to be. And it's going. A few more inches. Let's see. Got some awesome here. This stuff works awesome. You squirt a little down in there for some lube on them wires. I've used this before, threading wires through. It seems to work because it has a tendency to want to slide better. Gives it a little lubricant. Okay, let's get this ready for new ends and a plug. Go ahead and get all these stripped. Got to be careful when you're stripping the ends for these little connectors. You get too much, and then when you go to solder them, get too much solder inside. I always solder my crimp connectors. Just feel more secure having them soldered on there along with being crimped. Okay, let's get back to this here. Going to twist these up. Actually, they all look pretty good. Something I normally do first before I do any crimping is I will bundle the wires and I will dip them in some flux. That way they're ready to go. There's 10 of these little guys to crimp together. When you put these in, you can feel when the insulation gets down deep enough, it kind of bottoms out. Then you just give it a squeeze. I don't know why, but my phone just said that camera connection lost. So I hope you guys are still there. I have no idea why I'd be doing that. Let me get these all done, then I'll check my connections. Alright, well, let's get these all fanned out here to where it's halfway decent for soldering. Getting straight. Okay, let's start putting these together. Coming from that side, the top, blue and white. Right in there. This way. Yes, blue and white. Okay, blue and white. Brown. Helps when you put them in the right way. Black with the white down on the bottom. Then we have yellow, the green, and the green and red. There's those. Now the smaller plug, which is red, white, blue, and black. There. Okay. Here's the new plugs with a sheath down into the ignition system. Let me give this one more little pinch right here. That looks good. It's not going anywhere. So, this is all done. You're ready to go back in. Let me go get the housing. I will go on ahead and... Okay, let's get this thing back together. The housing, I ran it through my ultrasonic cleaner and some metal rescue. It's got, you can see right here, it's got some pitting in the chrome, but it's not going on a show bike. It's just going to go on a bike that I have that I'm redoing. It's just, I guess you call it a survivor. Let's take and put some grease down inside here. See here. I don't know if I'll be able to force any down in there or not. That feels a little better. Now this little plate has dents in it. This side they're down, this side they're up. These always face up. Okay, there's a little tit right here that fits in a groove down in there. Couldn't remember how it went. Okay, so that would go this way. I can't get it in there. Okay, got it down in there. Had to get my needle nose pliers. Then this section here has, let's see, lined up with the notches. Right like that. But I'm going to put some dielectric grease in here on those connectors. It's kind of like a electric silicone. Help with the contacts. Drop the screws in. Nice and tight. All back together. Looks good. Three positions. Repainted. That could be stand to be re-chrome, but I'm not going to worry about it. New sheathing, new plugs on the old wires. Wires are fine. So that's it for this. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and, if you would, hit that like button and subscribe. And I'll see you on my next project. Have a great day.